Today's Speed World coverage of the Lowe's 150 has been brought to you by the more than 1,250 AutoZone stores across America. AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts. By Valvoline DuraBlend, the #1 selling semi-synthetic motor oil. And by Splitfire. Enter the performance zone with Splitfire Performance V spark plugs. Well, Benny, the Lowe's 150 is history, and boy, Junior Miller had just the right pit stop and the right strategy.
He timed it exactly perfect this afternoon. You know, Junior raced back in the Winston Cup about 15 years ago, so he knows about making these pit stops.
He's a 3-time Southern Modified Auto Racing Tour champion. He started 7th, and he finished 1st. He bided his time and held off an aggressive Frank Fleming out of Mount Airy. Let's go down to victory lane and hear from our winner, Junior Miller, who's standing by with Bill Weber. Bill?
Well, Junior Miller has climbed from his car, and a big salute to the fans and his crew, I'm sure. Congratulations, a great run for you.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the good Lord for a good, safe race. It's a pretty day out here, and we stopped at the right time, got our tires on, and I thought it was a little bit of trouble there. The car was real loose on the first spot, but the crew got it right. I'd like to thank Bob Barkley for this motor, man. It's the best awesome motor I've ever had, man. We just pulled them down the straightaway and coast through the corners.
Now tell me about the heat you were feeling from behind you there the last 10 laps.
Well, when I got in front there, I was just riding along, wasn't no big hurry, and I seen Frank coming. I noticed he stopped about 20 laps later than I did to get tired, and I know he pretty stout. I was saving some. I mean, I had a little bit left I need, I think. He had been hard to beat me. I seen he didn't have no bumper, so I know that I was in good shape.
Well, you're running a doubleheader now. A victory for you here in the first one. Tonight, you guys run at Caraway Speedway in Asheboro.
Yeah, we're going to my home track down there. I won the last three in a row down there, so maybe I can go down there and do it again.
Junior, you're looking some other opportunities, perhaps, based on maybe how it goes here today?
Yeah, we're going to run a dash car some for Jim Rees and Jerry Weaver, and, you know, run some modified, just go have a good time.
Congratulations.
Thank y'all a lot.
Junior Miller in victory lane at North Wilkesboro.
And Benny Jr. said he might run the full Goodies Dash Series Tour. Depends on what happens today. Tonight, he's got a pretty good start on it and making his decision whether to run Modifieds or Dash.
Especially if he goes down to Caraway and wins tonight. Here's our unofficial results. We see Gary Myers back in 11th spot. He was black flagged late in the race.
How about Philip and Al Hill, father and son, I should say son and father, finishing 5th and 6th?
Well, the young man finished in front of his dad. I'm sure that that might not be good because Daddy might take the car away from him tonight.
And 16 through 30, you see was our pole sitter, Roger Hill, who lost a lap early, did had some troubles later on, ends up finishing in 16th spot.
Billy Middleton, who had such a good car, finished 24 laps down, and Bubba Beck will finish 31st here this afternoon.
Well, Bubba Beck, 60 years of age, been around a long time. How about the young man who made an effort to win it? Couldn't quite get close enough. Frank Fleming finished 2nd, and he's with our Bill Weber.
Well, here is Frank Fleming, and I know you're disappointed finishing 2nd, but it was a great run. It was exciting to watch. How about to race?
I'm not really disappointed. You know, if I can be competitive and run for the win, you know, I'm tickled to death. These boys give me a terrific car today. That thing really handled good. Just didn't work out right. We had to come from the rear, you know, with 50 laps to go, which we come up one car short. You know, I killed the right rear tire. Just Hayes Jeweler Pontiac, I'm sure it put a good show on for everybody anyway.
Well, you sure did. How about that pit stop? You were in there a long time. I know that's very frustrating from a driver and for the crew, too.
Well, these boys do the best they do. They're not professionals. You know, we just do this you know, we come here to Wilkesboro 2 or 3 times a year, and we do 2-tire pit stops most other tracks. I bragged on them before the race, but something happened. I'm sure they'll come back. They're like I am. They tough, and I'm sure they're disgusted, and they'll come back and, you know, make a difference next time.
And that next time, that's just a few hours away, 8 o'clock tonight. You're racing tonight?
Yeah, we got to do a lot of work. We got to fix the front bumper on this car from the incident that we had. Got to change all 4 springs.
A lot of work to do.
Oh, yeah, we got to change the transmission, rear end gears. These boys have got a job ahead of them, but I'm sure they get her ready, and we'll go run tonight.
Okay, 2nd this afternoon, looking for the win tonight. That's Frank Fleming.
Well, that's racing tonight, but how about tomorrow? We got a whole buffet for you. Sunday, breakfast, ESPN2, Thunder at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Then a re-air of the NASCAR Modified Lowe's 150, the exciting race you just saw a moment ago on ESPN2. What follows breakfast is brunch. NASCAR Winston Cup pole qualifying for the First Union 400, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And then RPM today, Kenny Mayne and company bring you up to date on what could happen today in motorsports around the world. That's at noon. How about lunch, the main menu? NASCAR Today, Dave Despain, simulcast ESPN and ESPN2. Then our live flag-to-flag coverage, First Union 400 Winston Cup race, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Bob Jenkins will be on hand here in the booth with Ned and Benny. And then, of course, at dinner time, RPM tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time, Kenny Mayne and company. Remember, that's a scheduled time, folks. That could come on early if the hockey playoff game goes off early. Coming up next, NASCAR Today Adventures. Once again, for Bill Weber and Benny Parsons, I'm Jerry Punch, congratulating that man right there, 44-year-old Junior Miller, picking up his first win in 1996. He's the winner of the Lowe's 150. So long, everyone.